Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
So the next will be Governor Cuomo threatens New York Democrat critic.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I think Cuomo just need to shut up and think what he's doing. Because the more he's doing,
yeah. Sorry.
it just worse for him.
Oh, yeah, the more he speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that his conference was a disaster, his press conference. But the reason I wanted to do this article was because this concept of destroying somebody politically or destroying their career, this has actually come up twice in like a week. Do you remember this guy, T.J. Hooker, or whatever his name is?
No.
T.J. Ducklow or something? T.J. Hooker was a joke. That was a show from the 70s. Yeah, this guy Ducklow, he works for Biden, or he worked for Biden. And he came out and he was in a relationship with a reporter, which I don't actually care about. But media people do. Journalists were like, oh, this is an inappropriate relationship because the media has to, have some sense of distance from the people that they're reporting on. Because there's any possibility of the left ever reporting negatively on the Biden administration, but whatever. So some reporters were going to report about this and talk about the relationship. And this guy calls up this woman who was doing a story on this. And he's like, don't you effing talk about us. I will destroy you. He said all this nasty stuff to this woman. But he specifically said, I will destroy you. And here's Cuomo talking to a Democrat, telling this guy's New York State Assemblyman Ron Kim. So he's in New York. He's a Democrat. But he's critical. This guy, Ron Kim, is critical of Cuomo because of Cuomo's mishandling of things and his cover-up and all that stuff, which naturally, of course, is going to be a bit critical. But Cuomo has called this guy up and has also said, I will destroy you. And this, to me, this seems like standard operating procedure on the left. Now, I have a theory, I've talked about this on my show several times, that the way the left works is through blackmail, leverage, intimidation, right? So, like, my idea is that there are tons of Democrats in D.C. with a lot of leverage over each other and other politicians and other important people. They essentially work like the mafia, leveraging each other with information. And they have this sense that they can destroy somebody. But they're not supposed to actually say those words, because that, you can get them in trouble if they say something like that. But if you get somebody emotional, they might come out saying something a little bit more honestly than they should.
Yeah, they're doing like not stupid like stuff, like saying, "I will destroy you."
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Yeah. Like, don't say stuff like this. You need to be
more
smarter than that.
Yeah, you need to be smarter about how you talk to people. But when you get emotional, and I think this shows that Cuomo has become very emotional about this issue because he can see the walls closing in. He's scared now. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have called this guy and said, I will destroy you. So let me read a little bit of this. This is in Forbes magazine. Forbes is actually a leftist publication, so it's kind of funny that they post.
Chris, what publication is not left?
Wall Street Journal opinion section. Breitbart. New York Post. These are all valuable places to find news. All right. But beware, Wall Street Journal news section is leftist. It's a split paper. I don't really understand.
So complicated.
It is complicated, yeah. New York lawmaker says Cuomo threatened to destroy him after nursing home scandal. New York State Assemblyman Ron Kim accused Governor Andrew Cuomo Wednesday of threatening to destroy Kim's career in retaliation for Kim criticizing Cuomo's handling of COVID-19 in nursing homes, marking the latest scandal for the embattled governor. I don't think we have to get into too much detail about this story. I think it's just going to rehash all the stuff that happened before. Basically, this guy's critical of Cuomo, and Cuomo's threatened him. This guy's been on Fox quite a bit, and he's willing to talk to conservatives right now because he's saying something that's critical of a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if there's all that much to say about it, because at the end of the day, I think Cuomo's done. I mean, I don't know for sure, because the Democrats are very tricky, and they can protect, their celebrities. Cuomo's certainly a celebrity.
Well, I don't think he's done, because Democrats have all the power. They will like do everything to protect him, and I think he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, so one thing I wanted to point out, if I can find it, is all these celebrities came out and they started congratulating. Did you see this video?
Mm.
They were like congratulating Cuomo for his Emmy. He won an Emmy.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
You remember that?
Emmy, yeah.
Cuomo Emmy. I'll write that in. We'll see if we can find this video. I should have set this up ahead of time. But right, so all these celebrities came on. They were just like, Andrew Cuomo, you're so awesome. You came out and you did press conferences.
Because he could, why did he get Emmy? What did he do?
It was some kind of miscellaneous Emmy that they can give to anyone. But so all these all these celebrities came out and they were trying to say because your press conferences were so informative and amazing, in contrast to evil Trump's botching of coronavirus or whatever, even though he didn't botch anything. You really deserve this Emmy, and you're an amazing person. Let me go ahead and play a little bit of this. Let's see here.
To my governor, the governor of Empire State, Andrew Cuomo.
Congratulations, Andrew, on your much-deserved Founders Award.
Governor Andrew Cuomo, you are the man. What?
In the darkest stage of the pandemic, your daily briefings live from New York gave us hope, gave us clarity, gave us the truth, and gave us something that we were not getting from Washington: leadership.
In the midst of this storm, Andrew Cuomo became the nation's governor. People across the country tuned in to his press conferences every day.
Daily, I was watching his press conferences, informing us, telling us what to do.
You did your thing during COVID. New York was suffering. We were the epicenter. We were all in a crisis, in a panic, and every single day you came on the airways and you offered your strength, your leadership, and your direction, and your caring, and your heart.
Anyway, so you think Cuomo's going to stay?
I think yes.
I think Cuomo's going to go in shame.
No.
I know they protect their own, but this is quite a big deal. I mean, his actions led to the deaths of thousands of people.
Well, it's not like Biden's scandal with laptop and Ukraine was a big deal. It's a huge deal. And he's the president.
Yeah, okay. And you may be right. And the problem may just be that CNN will refuse to cover it honestly. You get all this leftist media covering it honestly, but CNN doesn't. And so leftists will never know what a horrible man he is. Why don't we move on to the next story? What do we got?
The next story is Oregon takes actions against racist math.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is hilarious.
Toxic Masculinity. Weekdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.